do me, I do you was a situation. You see this Doris and Kola's friendship situation, that is what it's going to be. And you see, I find it very interesting because what you're seeing, what you're seeing playing out is, I feel like it's a very strong law of karma, just hammering Kola in the most meanest way, in the most, I don't want to say the most deserving way, but I mean, what did Kola expect? What did Kola expect? What Doris is doing to Kola right now is almost the same exact thing that he did to Dede. Yes, it's almost the same exact thing. You come into the big brother's house, you see a fine girl, and you decide to use her name to start a storyline for yourself. He did that. And of course, it worked for him because he probably does not know it, but we have been talking about Kola from Sunday, ever since Dede rejected his og. And so now, now he has decided, okay, fine, he wants to be friends with Dede, which I actually told you all, by the way. So if you all recall that same Sunday evening, you know, when the housemates, the guys just got into the house and they were moving around trying to interact with all the females, and Kola was having a conversation with Sabrina, complaining. As a matter of fact, Sabrina was the first person that he complained to about Dede, and Sabrina had all of that trash to say about Dede, talking about, oh, she's got luxury brand attitude, blah, blah, blah. I had told you all that, listen, I am giving what's his name now, Kola, two options. It's either he goes with the flow of what Sabrina has said, the impression and perception that Sabrina has passed on to him as one of those housemates that first experienced Dede in the house on Saturday, or it's either he goes out of his way to experience Dede for himself. And that's exactly what he did, you know, going ahead to experience Dede for himself. But during that, he had first gone on a smear campaign about this young woman. Yeah. So, the same way he used Dede's name and existence in that house to create a storyline for himself, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what Doris is doing right now. Doris knows that she needs a more powerful storyline because in a Big Brother's house, so let me tell you this for free. In Big Brother's house, it is not enough for you to be talented or creative. It is not enough for you to be the A++ student that always gets the wager task right, the student that always shows up and shows out whenever there is a sponsored task or whatnot. All of those things does not win the Big Brother show. So Doris is no fool. She understands that she needs a thicker plot that will completely sew her into the threads of the show of the season. That she needs to be ingrained, embedded into the soul of the season, and to be that relevant, to be very much talked about and seen, to have her 2 feet inside the house this season. She needs a more powerful storyline, something compelling, something convincing, something provocative that will get viewers talking. And that's exactly what she's doing right now to Kola. That girl is mind-fucking Kola in the most cruelest manner. And if you ask me, Bbnaija, are you mad at it? Guys, I am not. Because that is what the season is all about. 10 over 10. Yes, she's a 10 over 10 in her creativity, in her talent. But in terms of her ability to entertain in the rawest form, show all facades of herself to the viewers, she's trying to be that 10 over 10. And it's currently working because the internet is buzzed out with conversations about, oh my God, what did Doris do? Doris did this, Doris did that. And it is quite interesting, and I'm not going to lie, satisfying to see Kola looking distressed. Because the guy knows the implication of what Doris is doing to him. Doris going about telling every Tom, Dick and Harry that cares to listen that, oh, Kola embarrassed me. Kola disgraced me. He disrespected me. He led me on. He made me feel like he was interested in me. He liked me, was attracted to me, only for him to turn back and start chasing after the same girl he told me is beauty without brains, is dull, is boring, is plain, is dull, is dumb as well. She's going around telling people all of these things. And by so doing, she's planting a seed of discord, distrust as well in the minds of other housemates that she has been telling all of these things to. She's telling them that Kola is not one to be trusted. And mind you, they already have a solid alliance of 9. Out of 29 housemates, they already have a solid alliance of 9. So what she's doing, she's firing back at Kola. Probably she caught feelings for him along the line, or probably she was just offended that by the time Kola decided that he was going to start going after Dede, he did not come to tell her, the same way he had been very hasty to report Dede rejecting his hug to her. So it's more like that vindictiveness, like, okay, I'm going to shoot this guy shaggy. At the same time, I'm going to use it to create my own storyline. Boom. And that's exactly what she's doing. And she's so intentional about it because she is stretching out the lifeline of that story. Kola is trying to explain himself. She is giving this guy so many labels in the conversation, especially the conversation they had today. She's giving this guy so many labels that he's a P-ass nigger. Yeah, that's what she called him. That he doesn't have any backbone, doesn't have balls, that he's that it's because Dede rejected him now that he's coming back to her to come and try to solidify their friendship. And Kola is trying to explain that, look, I saw you as a friend. I've always seen you as a friend. And I value you as a friend because you're an amazing person. You're so creative. You're intelligent. You're smart, blah, blah, blah. And she's saying, well, the other day you carried me upstairs. I jumped on your body and you caught me. That wasn't what it looked like. And Kola is quite confused because the guy is thinking, I don't understand. You are my G. You are my guy. You are my friend. So if you were jumping on me, I'm upstairs. Am I supposed to push you away so you fall on the floor? No, I'm supposed to catch you because that's what G's do. But Doris said no. That is not what G's do. that is what people who are attracted to people do. And Kola is going berserk. His mind is derailing. The guy is going crazy because why? Doris is perfectly playing that script. And I don't know if you all noticed that when she's talking, she's looking at the cameras. And then she started crying because she literally told this guy, I don't want to be your friend anymore, to stop talking to her, to stop even saying hi to her. Anywhere he sees her, he shouldn't be there. And she's going to try as much as possible to avoid him as well. That she doesn't want to be friends with him inside the house, not to even talk about outside the house. That she's saying all of these things because she knows that people are listening and she wants people to understand the chronology of events between them. So she doesn't want to have anything at all to do with him anymore. Now, prior to that conversation, Kola had gone outside to have a conversation with Bright and Mide because the guy was trying to seek clarity from anybody that could grant him that. So he was asking, okay, fine. If I hold your hand, does it mean that we're actually dating? Bright said, well, if you hold somebody's hands, it's a sign of dating. So Kola is quite confused as well. Like, I don't understand. She's my friend. But then Bright was asking him that, come, don't you like her backside, like a big bum bum? And Kola said, no, I beg you. That's what Doris is carrying behind her back. It's for all these papas, all these senior daddies, that he is just a boy. That is not a spec. He does not have the energy to carry such. I mean, Doris is way, way, way out of his league and she's not his spec. So, Mide and Bright, they were telling him to think really hard and through all of his interactions with Doris to see if there's been anyhow or any way that he has unknowingly misled her into thinking that he's interested in her. And he said there's never ever been. That he's just shocked that Doris is cooking this up out of the blues. And ladies and gentlemen, in a way, I believe Kola, because Doris is a very, very smart woman. And I believe she's playing a very, very solid script. Because after Kola had a conversation with Mide and Bright, he went into the house. He said he wanted to go and have a conversation with Doris, which I've already just told you all about, yeah? That was where they had this lengthy conversation for over 10 minutes and she said all what she said, still standing on her belief that Kola led her on. And then she got up, was walking away. Oh my God, I can't do this right now. I remember she's an actress. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now. Please. I know why I came to this house. I came to this house, to sell myself, and we have a task, and I have to get into my work. And then they went to the back of a pillar, like a wall, and she was acting like she was crying. She's like, oh my God, I can't do this. You embarrassed me so much. Because Kola asked her, like, Doris, what exactly did I do to you? Like, what exactly did I do? And she said, yeah, you embarrassed me. You hurt me. You hurt her. I said, whoa. Nollywood in Big Brother's house. And Kola was begging. And guys, you could see Kola panicking. Kola even knelt down. Okay, his knees did not touch the ground, but he literally crouched and he was begging he was pleading with her, like, don't do this, don't cry. I did not intend to hurt you. I did not intend to embarrass you. And that was when Doris now properly said what us, the viewers, had been waiting to hear her say. So she said that what was really paining her in all of this situation is that if Kola had gone for any other girl in this house, that she wouldn't have been really, really hurt. But the fact that it is Dede, there was a word that she used to describe Dede and Mide. It said they are scrunchy or something like they're uptight, because Doris is amongst the clique of people in the house that always loves to drag Dede and a friend Mide. She, Sabrina, Sultana, they are always dragging these girls unnecessarily, so for God knows whatever reason, they don't like these girls. So she was like, of all girls, Kola chose to go to those girls. That it's the disrespect. After all the things he said about her, even, he still went after her, only to embarrass her. I said, wow. And you see here, their conversation did not end because, of course, Doris still enjoys dragging that conversation. So she walked out on him. Kola stood there for a bit and the guy was lost. He was so confused and was like, what kind of problem have I gotten myself into? I said, dude, it is the same kind of problem that you started on Dede's head that is kind of haunting you right back right now. Yeah. And guys, as I mentioned before, I totally understand why Kola is panicking, because in Big Brother's house, you need alliances. You need people in your corner. You need friends. And Doris is a very charismatic person. She has influence in the house. The house sees her as the brain box of every task that they're going to be having this season. They respect her. And she has really proven herself really, to be very efficient and effective and productive this week during their entire wager presentation rehearsals. So Kola sees the influence and the power that this girl carries in the house, and he would rather be on her corner, or rather in her corner, than be out of her corner where she could easily plot against him or nominate him for eviction or just kick him out of the house via her influence. And so the guy is trying to salvage his relationship with Doris, but Doris is playing hard to get. Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually enjoying how everything is playing out, because at the end of the day, we're talking about the authenticity of the scripts of these housemates. How organic they are able to create a mountain out of a molehill from situations. And currently, that's exactly what Kola has done, and that is what Doris is currently doing. And I give them their flowers because they are doing a great job. Yeah, so I will stop talking here right now because I would love to hear from all of you. So please go ahead and share in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching and bye.